But we start with the huge game at Anfield. Graeme, what's at stake?
Liverpool need to win to stay in the hunt.
Simple as that.
To retain it, I think so, yeah. I think, you look going forward, when you look at City and Liverpool have two young boys to come back in terms of two young centre-backs they've got. City have two world-class players to come back in Aguero and Kevin De Bruyne. So logic tells you City are only going to get stronger. Will Liverpool be stronger with two boys? I don't think so. So I think it's a must-win for them. And for the first time in a long time, I'm seeing Liverpool at home against Man City as underdogs today.
Would you agree, Roy? Is it win or bust for Liverpool?
Yeah, I think so. And what we don't want to hear from Liverpool either is excuses. I think there's been plenty of excuses coming out from Liverpool over the last few weeks.
What like?
City have had an extra break, fixture pile-up. There's been plenty of excuses from the manager. Obviously, we've said from day one, they've had injury problems, of course, which has affected them. But we could say that about Man City. Liverpool have done brilliant the last few years. They need a response today. Football always gives you another opportunity. They need a big performance. Whatever about league titles, they need to turn up today. And as I said, no more excuses. Liverpool, huge expectations. And the bottom line is they've not stepped up to the plate regarding the challenges that have come their way, particularly from the players, the backup players. They've not been good enough. They've not shown it so far. And do you want to use that must-win situation? I suppose that is the case if they think they can win the league title.
You've described it as a graveyard, Anfield, for City in recent seasons. But does it feel different now, Micah?
It's different because there's no fans at Anfield. Anfield was easily the toughest place I went as a footballer. The crowd was amazing. There's 12th man, the small, as you're going out onto the pitch. It was just the hardest place I ever went to. So they've had a disadvantage because of that fans. Everyone's got no fans, so we can't use excuses for that. But going to Anfield was so tough. And City, with them having no fans, Liverpool today, they can think they can do it. Why not? They're in great form.
And do you accept this then from Graeme and Roy that if City do win, then really it's City's to lose?
You're not going to hear me say they're going to win today.
But why not?
Just because the way the league has gone this year. I said when Man City was mid-table and they had 2 games in hand, let's see where we are in January. If they win today, but if they win today, they've got. But don't forget, Leicester.
Why does everybody, from managers to support it, why do you protect your team so much today?
Because
I'll ask Roy this question. When we were at top of the league, 2 or 3 points, we would have Ron Moran and Joe Fagan saying to us, see if you don't win the league this year, you'll want shooting. We should sell you. And they were putting the pressure on us. From Ollie at Man United yesterday, we're not in the championship race. Sorry, the 2 points off the top. If you're in it, declare you're in it.
Look at Spurs.
Why is Pep protecting his players at this time?
When Spurs were top of the league, everyone was, they're going to win the league. And
Who said that? Who said Spurs were going to win the league?
People was talking like they was going to win the league, and it's like
Spurs. No, not people who don't have a clue.
Man United, when they was celebrating, when they was getting results, it was just calm down. Like Man City was going to be there or thereabouts, and Liverpool have had injuries. I know the guy said was making excuses, but when you lose pretty much your spine and your team is always going to be difficult, no matter what.
You said, but Jurgen Klopp said earlier in the week about Man City having a longer break.
That he stooped too low then. They had, an extra couple of days.
No, he was talking about COVID, wasn't he?
Yeah, the COVID stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but COVID, we're in a time now, we're in desperate times. COVID is a real thing. So when there's an outbreak at the training ground,
Micah, we're getting off the subject. Put the pressure on your players. Tell them you're the best. You deserve to win it. You're in front. Go and win it. You can't lose it from this situation. That doesn't exist here. Everyone, the mollycoddle the players. Stick it on them.
Because of this, the way the season's gone this year, how many different times has someone been top of the league? It was Spurs, then it was Man United, then Liverpool, then Man City.
City are in the box seat, very much in the box seat, with the points they have, with the form they're in, and they've got 2. Who's got 2 world-class players still to come back between now and the end of the season? And that's what they've got if they can get Aguero playing regularly and Kevin De Bruyne. One of them would do. Liverpool have got nothing to come back other than 2 young players.
Let me bring in Jamie Carragher, who's been listening intently and no doubt enjoying the conversation. Jamie, how do you see it?
The conversation. I was loving listening. You didn't need to bring me in. Micah was on the back foot there.
I certainly wasn't on the back foot there. You know, some people get excited when they're at the top of the league.
Micah, you can't talk about anyone getting excited in a studio. That's what you're there for.
Keep your composure and, you know, see how the game pans out. If Liverpool win the game today against Man City, you know what it's going to be like? Confidence is massive within football. They go win the game. It gives them the belief that they can go win it. If Man City go win the game today, yeah, they can start to believe they can win it. But I don't want to say that until the game's over tonight.
Jamie, let me ask you, who can stop Manchester City winning the title from here?
I think it's only Liverpool who can stop them, because I don't think Man United even fancy it. I agree with what Graeme just said in the studio then. Thinking of listening to the comments of the Man United manager yesterday. Me and Roy had this discussion on the back of, I think, the Arsenal game last week. Man United feel like they're just happy to be involved. I can't believe it. Honestly, I can't. I think this is a unique season in that, you know, we know it's different. Liverpool have got no centre-back. City have got no strikers. De Bruyne's out today. We're saying how great a season City have had. But last season we were saying they were off the boil. They were nowhere near the best. They're only 3 points better off this season. So it still shows they're not the City of 2-3 years ago that we've seen. And it is a strange, unique season. And I think Manchester United in the last few weeks have almost bottled it. They've almost got there and just been that excited they're there. And they've almost talked themselves out of it with the last few results that they've had. But I don't think there's much belief there. I don't think there's massive belief within Liverpool, really, in terms of the support. I'm not sure about the players or the staff in terms of winning the league at this moment, because of the problems that they've had and what Graeme's mentioned. They've probably got 2 young lads to come back in at centre-back if they play. But if they were to win today, I think it might give Man City a little bit of a scare. And it's just, I wouldn't say prolongs it, because there's still a long way to go. But I think it's imperative Liverpool win today if they have any chance of catching City at any stage.
Is that why Micah is reluctant to get carried away, Roy? Because a Liverpool win could change the situation again.
Yeah, of course, but it's a big if. It's, the proof's in the pudding. We talk about league titles and where you might finish. You've got to get performances and results. And Liverpool's form recently suggests they're not capable of doing that. Whatever about the 2 centre-halves, it's the other part of the team, midfield, going forward. The backup players haven't been good enough. There's a lot of players who've been involved in Liverpool, I suppose their game the other night, shall we say, against Brighton, where Brighton were the better team. Players I'm looking at, I'm on about even the Milners of this world, Shaqiri's, Origi, Keller, okay, he's a young keeper coming through. These boys, they wouldn't get in the Man City team. They wouldn't get in I don't think they get in the United team or even the Leicester team. And these are the backup players that haven't shown to be good enough. So whatever about the 2 centre-halves, which has been a big problem, other parts of the team haven't been up to it. But Liverpool, of course, are capable of winning a game of football today, and that might just give them that bit of confidence. Mick is on about Man City. Man City should be sitting in that dressing room as a group of players with the manager that they've got going, yeah, we expect to come to Liverpool and get a result and go on and win the league title. That's what top players and top clubs do. Have that belief. And if anyone's in doubt, you have a word with them and say, no, listen, get behind it. It's not as if they've not won the league recently, Man City. They've proven over the last few years. Forget about the Tottenhams of this world, but these teams have won titles over the last few years. They're more than capable of doing it.